What's up, everybody? This is All Out / Monty from SugarBombed, and you're listening to the brand new SugarCast, now with 100% more sugar. And this is Mad Mike, so say hi, Mike. Ho ho!
Hello, SugarBombed, and not YouTube this time. It's Mad Mike Gaming. You guys might know me as the new cunt of YouTube or Twitter. I do gaming fucking videos, reviews and shit like that.
Yeah, and Mike's a big part of our new YouTube channel. We also have, you're trying to be. Well, you're doing a good job.
Oh,
We have him. We have Alduin's Vault, who mainly makes mod videos and other Fallout 4 stuff, and then we have Simon or Simone, however he pronounces that. And he's making Fallout videos too. And we're always looking for new people. So if you think you have what it takes, just hit me up on Twitter at @ForAllOut. Send me a message on SugarBomb, whatever. So with this podcast, we're gonna go with a little different twist on it. It's gonna be mainly me and Mike, and probably just one guest. A YouTuber or someone from the forums. Or if we can get Maddie on, maybe he'll come on. He better come on. I'll get him on.
Yeah, what's up,
Believe
Maddie?
Me. Yeah.
You know you hear us.
Yeah. So, so without any further ado, we're just going to get right into some juicy discussion here. So I think our first topic is do you want to do the iPhone shit first?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about the iPhone 7, which will be coming out. Well, not coming out, but the official announcement and little tech demo they do every year is going to be happening on the 7th, which is still a couple days away from the date recording this. So far, there's obviously, as there is every year, a shit ton of leaks surrounding it. You got Japanese companies putting out bootleg shit, so we already know that there will be headphones with lightning connectors, which is one of the big complaints I have.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm too used to plugging in the aux cord.
Yeah, because I might get that one pair of headphones that they give you. I'm going to lose it within the first week. I'm going to be buying new pairs of headphones every fucking week, so that's a big no-go for me. Right.
Plus, you got to imagine there's going to be a price increase on the headphones.
Yep. And, I haven't read, all the rumors, but to me it seems like there's no big changes. Like once upon a time, Apple used to make, these big changes with each iteration. But now it just seems like they're just, incrementally adding stuff. And I think Samsung's really passing them in many respects with the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Me personally, just to give you listeners a little insight, I've always mainly been, an Apple guy for phones.
Yeah, me too.
I jumped over to Android at one point, but I'm not big into programming or open source shit. I just want a phone that works good and looks good. So
yeah.
Plus, being a father, one of the biggest uses for my phone is just my camera, and it's hard to beat the iPhone's camera. But the Galaxy S is actually a phone that I might be looking into. Because, like I said, I can't give up that aux cord that easy.
Yeah. I really like that edge thing. With the edge and shit, I don't know. It just seems like they're innovating more now than Apple is, and at first, Samsung was just ripping off Apple, back in 2009, 2010. But now they've really perfected it, and they're making their own thing. Where Apple, since Steve Jobs died, has pretty much had a dearth of inspiration. It seems.
Yeah.
Dearth. That's a big word. I don't know if I said it correctly, but someone will have to check that.
I don't know, to me, it seemed like before Steve Jobs passed away, which really, no, let's not get into that because I don't want to be too much of a prick.
What? No, go for it.
Right.
There's a new podcast, Mike. We're going to be pricks in this podcast.
All right.
It's just our nature.
So, Yeah, for anybody that knows, me and All
We're
can go back and
yeah,
forth.
we're big assholes. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. 100% daily value sugar right here.
like, as much as I enjoy the iPhone and I fucking am basically an iPhone whore, Steve Jobs and like Apple as a company can fuck off. Uh, I didn't
Oh,
lose.
that's nice, Mike. You're telling a dead man to fuck off. That's real
Oh yeah,
nice.
hey,
That's real
I
nice.
don't give a shit. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh yeah, well, you could say if he was still alive, I'd tell him to fuck off too. Don't worry.
Right to his face.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Steve Jobs, and your shitty Apple Music with your exclusive Travis Scott album. Fuck you.
Or that fucking U2 shit. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody wanted to hear U2 since goddamn '89. Piss off.
Yeah, fucking putting that shit on every phone. Oh my god. I mean, at least give us someone like, Kendrick on every phone.
Oh, dude, if the Butterfly would have come out free on iTunes.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been that many complaints then, I guarantee you.
But no, my big thing against Apple is just the fucking same problem I have with many major corporations these days. As American-based as it once was, it's a completely outsourced company that's doing fuck all for the American economy. So, yeah, fuck off, Apple. But hopefully your next phone's pretty sweet because I'll be buying it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, as we're shit talking Apple here, I'm having iPhone 6 in my hand, so
yeah, same here. So
yeah, hypocrites, ultimate hypocrites.
yeah, that's the fucking shame of life. Like, you get old and you kind of like, as much as I hate to use the word, you kind of sell out. Like I grew up a big fucking hippie and shit, but now I'm all about
big
fucking,
hippie, Mike.
Yep. But now I'm all about like business and shit, and like I said, mainly really only have an iPhone because I like to take pictures of my son every now and again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You get old and you fucking concede, I guess.
Yeah, you give in to the societal norms and iPhones.
But as far as like the iPhone 7 tech goes, like all I touched on earlier, it doesn't look like it's changed much, and the the fucking
Oh shit.
what is it? iOS. They have the
Okay.
beta out right now for iOS 10, which will obviously come standard on the iPhone 7. Again, it doesn't look that big of a change from the current operating system. Really, and I mean that's kind of the tough thing because as much as I hate Apple as a company, I gotta say like the iPhone has done it right. In the idea that they've kept it very simplistic.
Yeah.
Pretty much fucking unhackable. Well, not unhackable. Because there's a lot of shit surrounding that lately. But
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Like it's obviously not open source.
Yeah, well, I mean, then on the other side, it's not as customizable as, say, Android phones
Right.
are.
But that's where I think like they did it right is they hit that simplistic market. So that's
Yeah.
why you see it getting bought up much more because people tend to be pretty fucking lazy.
Yeah. Well, I think the sales actually. I think Samsung's actually, either close to them or overtook them recently. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Maybe
be
you can look
surprised
that
at
up.
all if they've
Yeah.
overtaken them by now.
Yeah. But that might change with the 7. We'll have to see.
Right.
But yeah. So we should probably talk about some video games since that's probably what many people are listening
Video
about.
games.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like Boogie. My man Boogie. Shout out to him.
Fuck.
But so you want to? Well, we were talking a little bit earlier about all the games that are coming out in next couple months. It's really packed. We got Battlefield 1, which the beta's out now, which we're gonna be playing in a short while once Mike's shit downloads after 10 fucking hours.
Yeah,
But
seriously, we've been sitting here for about 3 hours just waiting on this shit.
yeah, so the struggle's real with this, but also we got Mafia 3 coming soon, which I got the special edition for that comes with a vinyl record. So that's pretty cool. I was a big fan of Mafia 2. Yeah. And I got a record player downstairs, so and it's like the 70s music too, so it's gonna be pretty sweet. But I don't know if you played Mafia 2. Did you?
You know what? I I'm pretty sure I did, but those like teenage years are kind of hazy now.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
I know for sure I played the Godfather games.
Oh, well, the Godfather games are pretty good. Those were some slept-on games. The first one especially, on the original Xbox. Also, did you ever play the Scarface video game?
Oh, dude.
That was good.
World Is Yours for PlayStation
that was dope.
2 was my jam for months.
Oh my god. That game is the best GTA game that ever existed because it's better. It's like it took the GTA formula and made it better than ever was. Plus it had, Scarface type story with great characters and voice acting. Oh man. They got to make a sequel to that.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that. And it was like that's a hard thing to do when you're talking about like movie video games, right? They took Scarface, which is beloved, critically acclaimed, and they said, "You know what? Fuck the ending to it. What if Tony lives?"
Yeah.
And
that's what made it so
had
good.
a shit fit about it.
Yeah. Because if they would have just tried to recreate the story of the movie, it would have been like, we know what's going to happen, it's why don't we just watch the movie? But instead, they did something else with it. Right. And they got a voice actor that sounded just like Al Pacino, even though it wasn't him. So that was pretty cool. And I mean, they had a lot of things that I think Mafia 3 is implementing now, which like the turf shit, taking over turf.
Yeah, that's one of the big things when I was first hearing about like what Mafia 3 is going to be about. You could tell they took some inspiration from it.
Yeah, they definitely took inspiration from this game. And also, you could like sell drugs and shit. There was a lot of shit you could do in that game.
Yeah, and speaking of which, you know what else is a slept-on type game that took a lot of inspiration from the Scarface game was GTA Vice City Stories. You had like your own little separate businesses and shit that you could run and smuggle in drugs and whatnot. Yeah,
and I guess also San Andreas had some of that.
Well, no, San Andreas, I think that came out before Scarface, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well Vice City did too.
It still had some of it.
I think, but yeah. Anyway,
back to Mafia 3 now.
Yeah.
We're done dick sucking Scarface.
Yeah, well, Scarface. I was actually gonna do like a video or a news article on that because that's the game that people need to play. But Mafia 2, that's one of my favorite games too. I mean, it had a amazing story, great characters and everything. But the one thing that sucked was the open world. It was an open world in name only. There was nothing to fucking do.
Right.
So I think they're fixing that in Mafia 3 though, with all the shit you can do. You can fucking, it's a huge world and you can do everything and fuck knows. And then that's just one game. You got also Watch Dogs 2 coming out soon. That looks really good.
Coming with that. Actually, this is technically breaking news in a way. We just found
breaking
out,
news.
It probably broke about 2 days ago that the Watch Dogs 2 PC version you can get comes in a bundle with a goddamn Blue Yeti microphone.
Damn.
For the base price of a Blue Yeti microphone at that. So if you do the math, you're really getting the microphone for only $80.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal.
The only problem with that is, again, obviously it's geared more towards the PC audience, so it's PC exclusive. And even though I'm not a PC gamer, I'll probably still pick it up and sell that copy.
Yeah.
And upgrade my mic a little bit.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that too. I gotta see if my laptop can run it first. But have you, Mike? Have you seen some of the Watch Dogs 2 gameplay that they showed?
Yeah, you know what? I looked at it a couple months ago. I'm planning on my original plan for Watch Dogs 2 until I saw that Blue Yeti microphone. Was to get the first game and live stream it when Watch Dogs 2 comes out. So that way I'm not going into Watch Dogs 2 brand new.
Yeah, well, the first game, you remember, there was so much hype around that shit. That shit was built up almost as much as Fallout 4 was.
Right.
Because it was like, oh, this is something fresh and new. You got this hacking shit, which no game's ever done before. And then they had that trailer, that awesome E3 trailer. The graphics looked fucking, amazing. And then it ended like where he shut down the whole city. I'm like, holy fuck. Mm-hmm. And then it comes out, it's, the graphics were downgraded so fucking much.
Yeah.
Way worse than anything since then. and then, you know, all the hacking's just bland, you know, repetitive shit, and the character is like the most bland fucking normal average Joe ever in a video game. He's probably one of the worst main characters I've ever fucking, you know, heard. And so the game was pretty mediocre, but the new one seems to, you know, had to, you know, pull the Assassin's Creed 2 type thing. Right. Like, where the first Assassin's Creed wasn't really that good, the second improved on it tremendously, so I think that might be happening here, too.
Yeah, and you know what? I think, in case anybody's not familiar, there's a show right now called Mr. Robot, which I'd highly recommend to anybody. But it's all about, like, hacking, and basically it's like its own little story, but, like, kind of like an anonymous type style. Mm-hmm. And, like, if you look at the story, kind of, for Watch Dogs 2, it feels a lot like that show where, like, they're taking it in a more, like, political hacktivist type.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
well, also, something worth pointing out is that the protagonist is African American. Mm-hmm. I think it's in San Francisco, and he's in, you know, a poor neighborhood, and, you know, you see some police brutality, I think, in the one trailer. So, you know, maybe they're doing some more political type messaging, like Deus Ex, the new Deus Ex did with, you know, the AUG Lives Matter marketing and shit like that. And also, which Mafia 3 is also doing, you know, well, it's set in the past, but, you know, it talks about that type of shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of those issues still linger around today.
Yeah, yep. So it's definitely still relevant, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that's, I think, like, for the next couple of years, you're going to see a lot of games taking that route.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that brings up a good debate, which is like how much should games really get into that type of stuff? Should games be more of an escape from that type of stuff, or should games try to, you know, convey some sort of message and, you know, help, you know, be a positive type of influence on the world?
Right.
Which is something, you know, you don't really think about that much.
I think video games have come, like, a little bit too far from the escaping reality. And, you know, with the internet and social media, everybody's always fucking plugged into something. Mm-hmm. It's hard to escape real life anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, fuck, even if you want to go as slow as saying, you know, some kid that's dreaming about shooting up his school is going to take the Grand Theft Auto instead to try and let out some energy, you know? So I think there is a how do I want to word this? Like a positive place. For games that are based on, like, real life and shit. Because, you know, video games have become, again, much more than just, you know, your typical old 80s style side-scroller little Mario.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you can actually kind of get a message out, you know. It's part of mainstream media now. And there's a lot of good shit that can be done with that.
Yeah, and some games have done that. I mean, Fallout really has done that in the past. You know, saying, you know, about nuclear weapons, seeing what can happen, and, you know, that humanity just, you know, war never changes. Humanity just keeps trying to destroy itself constantly. Mm-hmm. That's like the main message. I mean, not as much in Fallout 4, but in the older games, and also in games like, you know, The Last of Us. There's a lot of, you know, real personal messages in there about, you know, relationships between parents and kids and whatever.
Right. And and you know what? Talking about realistic socio-political type genre games, one thing they need to come out with is a fucking game based on Harambe.
Yes.
I'm telling
Harambe
you,
Simulator.
Sell like fucking hotcakes, if people even say that anymore.
Or maybe like a game where you play as Harambe and you're trying to, like, not get killed.
It's a dodge the bullet simulator.
Yeah, and then you go out and, like, grab the person's gun and just, like, beat them with it or something. Oh, shit.
There you go. There's the fucking plot.
Then some Planet of the Apes type shit, like Harambe just takes over the fucking world.
Oh, shit.
There you go. There's a free game idea for you.
Come on, all developers. We want to see Harambe Rage on the Steam store in months.
Yeah, just give us some credit. We don't need any money. We just want to see it happen.
Give us them credits. Send us some free review copies.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that video games could cover, and really, at this point, being that it's mainstream, should.
Yeah.
Now, the problem, though, is whether or not they do it right. You know, if you have some jackass PC developer making a, fuck, I don't know, like a fucking Black Lives Matter protest simulator game. That's just a waste of time.
Simulator games gone too far.
Yeah. Like, take on... I mean, I don't even know how the fuck you would plan that out. But... Actually, I really don't. Fuck.
I mean, there's so many fucking simulator games. I don't know.
But, yeah, I agree with there being more social, realistic issue games.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, though, like, you know, you want it to be an escape. We got... Like, especially now, the world is so crazy. There's so much shit going on. So many people are, you know, divided, you know, by, you know, all these different labels and shit. And, you know, you look towards certain things, depending who you are. It might be sports, it might be music, it might be games. And then you look at all those things. You see sports now, you got shit with Colin Kaepernick, you know, about you know, sitting down. And now he's bringing politics into sports. Then you got games bringing politics into games. Then you got music people and music, you know, that's a big place to discuss that shit. So that's like, where do you go to escape anymore almost?
Right.
Because, like, almost everywhere you go, like, you're getting bombarded with this shit, you know?
Yeah, and I think that that even leads into the debate of whether or not it's even doing any good.
Yeah.
You know, and you brought up Colin Kaepernick, which is an interesting topic right now. For those of you who aren't aware, I mean, I'm assuming our main audience would be gamers.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big news story, though, so they probably heard about it.
Right. So Colin Kaepernick is the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Who suck.
Yeah. Let's just start this off. Neither of us are fans of the 49ers.
No. Well, my team beat him in the Super Bowl a few years ago, so... Take that, Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, yeah, the year they fucking shut off half of the stadium.
Yeah, they almost came back. Trust me. That was stressful.
So what happened is Colin Kaepernick, and, like, even the people that are outraged by it don't even understand, like, Colin Kaepernick has been sitting during the national anthem. He didn't just start it up in that one game where it was actually brought up. It's just that he wasn't dressed to play in the first two preseason games, so nobody fucking noticed. Which speaks miles about how fucking, you know, politically active anybody fucking is these days, that they don't even know it's been going on, but they're outraged.
I didn't even fucking know that.
But anyway, that's his whole thing. He's been sitting down during the national anthem, sort of in protest towards, you know, police brutality and racism, and more so than that, his main statement is just that he doesn't want to stand up for a national anthem when he's looking at a country so torn apart. So he can't really get behind that.
Well, so what do you think about that, Mike? What's your opinion?
I think good for him. Like, okay, we're gonna.
No, we can get into this. This is not to be, you know.
All right.
We can get into this.
So let's go even deeper than this, because I've been changing my shit up. Like, I don't... For a long time there, I just wanted to do kiss-ass gameplay on YouTube, but I feel like, even though I have a minuscule voice and a little audience, I could do more with it. So I'd rather get out there and debate with people and whatnot. But here's where I stand, right? You've got people that get so fucking outraged and livid over even people just stepping on the American flag. Why? Why are you so pissed off? Mm-hmm. All you're doing, like, And I can even see the argument and sometimes agree that these people that are just doing that to do it are dickheads. Right?
Yeah.
But all you're doing is fueling what they're doing. Right? If nobody covers some
they want attention.
Stepping on a flag, nobody knows.
Yeah.
But I mean, you even got people that take it way out of context. Like, I don't know if you remember, but there was a Lil Wayne shot a music video where he had the American flag behind him. And at one point during the video shoot, they were taking a break. They lowered the flag, which by, standards, you're not actually supposed to lower the flag to the ground, but they did anyway, whatever. And he had stepped on it with his heel.
Uh-oh.
Not intentionally, even. And people were like, fuck him, take his music off iTunes. Quit getting so hyped.
Oh, jeez.
Like, there's this false sense of patriotism when it comes to Americans where you feel that if you're not, wearing a fucking American flag thong and, drinking a fucking Coors Light, that you're fucked up.
And I don't think either of us are doing either of those things right now.
No. Actually, I'm fresh out of
do you have a Coors Light? Oh, damn.
I got a Reds I could drink. But that's
you anti-American scumbag.
That's it, yeah. I'm out of the Coors Light American beer, so I'm going to drink Reds.
Go back to Russia, Mike.
But no, I mean, that's like, the thing people need to realize is politics and government is bullshit. It's bullshit.
I agree.
No matter, like, I've even said this in, like, other podcasts and shit, like, when it comes to this current election, you're not, it's not between two political candidates. It's between two teams, right? You got Democrats, you got Republicans. It's the same shit as football, right? All Out is a Ravens fan. I'm a Steelers fan. So in football, we hate each other, right?
We hate each other.
Exactly. But for what? While we're busy hating and debating about which team is better each season, those players, the teams, the NFL, even though for some fucking reason the NFL's a non-profit company and doesn't pay taxes, explain that horse shit.
Yeah, well, they make money.
But while that's happening, they're still doing their thing. Us debating is doing nothing but just keeping us active in our own minds. It's the same way with politics.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It don't mean shit who gets in office. All right, you look at Obama, right? Obama's candidacy before he became president was all about change, and he's going to do all this shit, which a ton of people got behind and we're all fucking happy about. But the thing is it's not one guy. You get in there, you got to deal with the House of Representatives, you got to deal with Congress, you got to deal with the Illuminati. No, wait, never mind.
The Illuminati. Yes.
But no,
the aliens.
The reptilians.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not that crazy. But no, I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just to keep the people unified in division, right?
Yeah.
So while you're taking your time to debate which, if Trump or Hillary's better, you're not worrying about what the real issues are and whether or not it'll be accomplished by the huge group of politicians that we have.
Yeah. A lot of it's a show. People are entertained by, a lot of it.
And fuck, how did we even get on that topic?
I don't know. I mean, we were talking about Kaepernick. I was just gonna say.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in regards to Kaepernick, I think he can say whatever he wants to say. He can do whatever he wants to do. I agree with that. But for the thing that he's trying to do, what he's trying to accomplish, there's better ways to do it than sitting during a national anthem at a football game. Just you can go into these neighborhoods and talk to the people and talk to the cops and whatever. Donate money, stuff like that.
Well, actually, that's something you might not have heard of. He's actually donating the first $1 million of his salary this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good thing. So I don't get why he just didn't. Why don't you just do that? Go make a speech somewhere. Don't distract from the game itself. Because like I was saying, people watch sports and football to get away from all the political BS. We already got a whole election going on, and that's all over the news. So we don't need to be focused on that shit too while we're watching football.
Right.
I mean, in my opinion,
Yeah,
I mean, as far as whether he's right or wrong, I'm not getting into that. I can see both sides.
I think the biggest thing is to judge him on is what he does with the platform he's now created for himself.
Yeah.
So I could justify him not standing for the national anthem if he actually takes part and helps or tries to help, right? And a lot of people are, saying, "Oh, okay, well, he's donating the first million. Good, he's helping." Well, that's not really helping. If he continues to do some shit, then fine. But what I'm sick of are these like half-assed activists who just get loud real quick and then that's it.
Yeah.
You're not helping fuck all, right?
No. You're just making people pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
And the other interesting thing to take away from it was the immediate response from the public was that he's not supporting the troops, which is a weird paradox, right? So you have the immediate response, he's not supporting the troops, but then you have active members of the military coming out in support of what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So then,
well, he made it clear that he wasn't, trashing the troops or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So that's like, why is somebody in protest of the American government always tied to not supporting the troops?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just
nothing to do with the troops.
Yeah, that's just how people, want to get him. They want to say, "Oh, well, he hates America. He hates our troops," and then because people, everyone has respect for the military. So then if you say that he's disrespecting the military, that's a way to turn people against him. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I don't think that's the thing that like. The government has sold to people so much on any type of protest is disrespecting the troops. Because like I said, that's what you see out of like many protests. That's the first response. Oh, well, you're not supporting the troops. Well, they're not. You could be supporting the goddamn hot dogs that some company's trying to sell with glass shards in it, and somebody will find a way to say that they're not supporting the troops.
True.
Which, speaking of which, is a funny story from my area. A couple months ago, a fucking big hot dog company actually... This is fucking way off topic. But, anyway, a big
hot dogs. Let's get into the hot dog.
Right. A big hot dog company actually had a major recall because it had glass shards in some of its products.
Oh, that's not good.
And, the local shitty stores, like... I guess this could kind of tie into, like, sociological or social political issues.
Sure.
The stores in the poorer areas where I live have taken to selling the hot dogs anyway, but on clearance.
Oh my god! On clearance. This may have glass shards, but
I have a picture.
No, it's cheap.
I'll try to fucking get it for the background here. But literally,
Lord.
they were selling. It was called the fucking Butcher's Special. 10 packs of these hot dogs for like $5.
Oh my god.
Like, how fucked up is that? You can't even pull the shit off the shelf. But, speaking of pulling shit off the shelf, how about these Fallout 4 DLCs?
They got pulled off the shelf?
Some of them should have, I think.
Yeah, the workshop.
Far Harbor and Nuka World were good, but you know what?
Well,
I think they focused way too goddamn much on settlements.
Yeah. Well, Bethesda, by adding all this settlement DLC, clearly hates the troops. So, so fuck them. But I guess let's talk about Nuka World, since that's the one that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that the Nuka World has a lot of good aspects. I think there's a lot of personality. There's so many new assets. Like, if you look around, like in Far Harbor, I love Far Harbor. It was a great DLC, but it was similar. It looked pretty similar. There wasn't a whole lot of new assets, and by assets I mean new items and new textures and everything.
Right.
But in Nuka World, you got all these giant Nuka Cola bottles. You got all this Nuka Cola garbage lying around. You got all these Nuka Cola robots. Mm. You got all the new weapons, all the new armor. So they nailed that. They nailed the feel of it and everything.
Right.
There doesn't seem
halfway through.
Yeah.
the playthrough of it, and I'm still coming across new shit every corner I turn. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. And all the places look really cool, like, the different areas. I've just been to the Galactic Zone.
Fuck that place.
And why?
I fucking... Not to spoil anything, but there's a point in the game where you gotta collect these things called star cores.
Oh, yeah. That was a thing. I mean, I've gotten like 30 of them. I think there's 45. Just enough to clear the area or whatever. But I'm... Like I went into the one place, the Vault-Tec place, and apparently I missed somehow, and I went through every corner of that place. So I'm not about to go in there. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah, It
reminds me of like the ingot shit from the pit.
Exactly.
That was the most frustrating shit ever. Holy shit. And the alien logs from Mothership Zeta. Yeah. I got 29 out of 30. I missed one. To get the achievement. I was so pissed. Still never got it.
Yeah, I think I missed all but one of the fucking... Because at some point, like, I just figured I didn't need the star cores to clear the area. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't even looking for them, and I missed basically all of them in that big-ass Galaxy roller coaster.
Yeah.
And that was
that shit
fucking pain in the ass to go back through there and find them all.
Yeah.
But luckily, to clear the area that you have to clear, you actually don't have to collect them all like All Out had said. You only have to collect, so many, and then if you collect them all, then you get a little special prize. But
that's sick.
Check out my YouTube channel. There's a glitch video that's going up in the next couple days on how to get it without the star cores. So check that shit out.
Oh, you should probably put that on the SugarBombed channel too, if you can. But then you get the sick ass Enclave quantum armor though if you get all of them. So
that's the armor there.
Yeah, so I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll try maybe. But I mean, the one thing that seems like it's lacking in the DLC. I mean, there's not like a big main underlying story. It's just kind of you go in. You clear the park, you assign it to different gangs, and, maybe they get happy or unhappy. I mean, that's kind of... I wonder if they got that from Mafia 3, because that's what you do in Mafia 3.
I was literally just about to say that, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if they took that from that. I mean, that's kind of funny, because then they did it before Mafia 3 did, I guess they could say, because it's not out. So, but like in Far Harbor, it was like, a mission, talk to people, more missions and shit. But this, it ain't really like that. So, I think that kind of puts it a little bit below Far Harbor for me. Because I like, the more story-driven experiences. But, overall, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, the only complaint I have against Nuka World is that I feel like it should have been the first DLC. Because it plays out to change up basically the main story within the Commonwealth by the end of it, where you can... you can basically take over settlements in the Commonwealth as a raider settlement. And that would have been a lot fucking nicer to do than wait until after I've beaten the game and been tired of it for months. But, yeah, I mean, I think I love it. I legitimately do like it. I told myself going in, though, that I wasn't going to get too hyped, so that probably helped.
Yeah, I didn't get, too overly hyped either. I mean, towards the end I started getting hyped because, it looked pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But, I love the western area. I don't know if you've been there yet.
No, that's actually going to be the next area I hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like the smallest area, but it's funny as fuck. And I love the western shit. It feels like a little bit like New Vegas, which I love. But, when you go there, just make sure when you talk to the robots that are there, just press play along in the dialogue wheel. You will not be disappointed. Because Brian T. Delaney, who has been on this, well, it's not the same podcast, but he was on this channel in an interview. Great guy, tremendous voice actor. Mm-hmm. He absolutely kills those sarcastic lines every fucking time. Fun.
Yeah, I actually...
so fun.
After beating the main game, I just went back for a full sarcastic playthrough just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I see a sarcastic thing, I know I have to press it. Like, even if it doesn't fit, the character that I have. I can't help myself. It's hilarious.
Right.
But
Nuka World is good.
Yeah, Nuka World is good. You know, neither of us have finished it yet, so we can't render a final verdict, I guess.
The
what?
biggest thing. The biggest thing.
Biggest thing?
The goddamn
what
handmade rifles. I've been wanting the Chinese assault rifle to make a comeback because, god damn it, there should be some realistic guns.
Yeah, about damn
time. We finally got that AK, and I love that fucking thing.
Oh shit, yeah, and I forgot the thirst zapper. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've wanted that gun for so fucking long. Like originally, when they first showed the picture of the girl with the gun, I'm like, I need that gun. They got to put that gun in the game, and they finally did it, and they put it in so perfectly, like with the mission in the beginning. I guess I shouldn't spoil it, but how they did that was so perfect.
Right.
And I guess you can upgrade it so it shoots like poisonous shit or quantum explosive shit.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. There's also a paddleball thing. I haven't found that yet.
Yeah, that's the. I got like a list of things I need to find and make videos on. That's somewhere in there.
Yeah, that was DK's thing that he wanted. Dark Guitarist. Shout out to him. So there's so many cool weapons and shit to find in this DLC. You know, great for exploration. Oh, and also that Easter egg that they did with the guy whose brother died. That was really nice of Bethesda to do as well.
That was amazing.
I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, Bethesda's been, ridiculed a lot the past year for being like, oh, well, they're turning into this, greedy company. They don't care about the fans. But then they show you, they do something like this. They do care. Mm-hmm. They're still, they're still nice. They're good people.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing, like, as much as I've ridiculed Fallout 4 in the past for, like, the things I've seen wrong with it, like, I have no qualms against Bethesda at all. I think Fallout 4 is a base game, and even with the DLCs, it's amazing to me. I love it. I just think that maybe they shouldn't have fucking put out so many goddamn settlement DLCs. That's really about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely been getting a lot of unnecessary hate lately.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think when you look at the full package though, after everything they put out, all the updates and the DLC, I think it's a much better experience now than it was at launch. Especially with also survival mode and shit. Yeah, so this has been the first new SugarCast here, and hopefully, I think we'll probably do this probably every week, maybe bi-weekly. We'll see what happens. Next week, we'll get some questions from viewers and people on SugarBombed, and we'll also get a guest. I don't know who that's going to be yet. It'll be a person of interest, hopefully. And yeah, but I think this is going to be something good. And thanks for listening, Mike.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for making it to this point if you did listen to the whole podcast. Hopefully
bearing through our assholeness.
Yeah. Bearing through the rants and whatnot.
Yeah,
thank you for listening. Make sure you like this video. Share it with friends. Fuck, share it with your grandma. She'd love to listen to this. And drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Remember, as All Out said, we'll be taking questions, so make sure you keep an eye on that on SugarBombed.com. And subscribe. And with all that out of the way, we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Peace.